So you've probably heard by now, Red Lobster's in some trouble. They're in the red. Ugh, a lot. Thanks to a very bad idea for all you can eat shrimp, priced wrong. Yeah, oops. I guess they lost millions in this all you can eat shrimp, and if you know anything about the restaurant business, the the margins are pretty razor thin already. It's high end on a restaurant. Basically, you're looking at anywhere from 8 to 10% profit margins on anything. So it's like everything's kind of razor thin. So if because you're dealing in high volume, right? It's food and such. But yeah, so they're a little in trouble. Let me read this article here. This is USA Today. I was going to talk a little bit about bankruptcy that they've just come into. So Red Lobster closing. See which locations are shutting down as company files for bankruptcy. So Red Lobster filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy in Florida. The company confirmed in a statement late Sunday night. Last week, Red Lobster's website listed 87 stores listed as temporarily closed across 27 states, with some of them having their kitchen equipment up for auction on an online restaurant liquidator. Big trouble. According to Red Lobster, the company intends to use the bankruptcy proceedings to drive operational improvements, simplify the business through a reduction in locations, and pursue a sale of substantially all of its assets. That's like a reset. It's like a big reset, basically what they're saying. They're going to, anytime you hear a company that they have to downgrade in order to try and become profitable again, that's usually a recipe for disaster, but we'll see how it goes. Okay. Red Lobster, founded in 1968 and headquartered in Orlando, said in a statement Sunday night it would sell its business to a new entity that will be wholly owned and controlled by its lenders, and that Red Lobster's restaurants will remain open and operating as usual during the Chapter 11 process. The company has been working with vendors to ensure restaurant operations are unaffected, according to the statement. The restructuring is the best path forward for Red Lobster. It allows us to address several financial and operational challenges and emerge stronger and refocused on our growth, said Jonathan Tibus, the company's CEO, in the statement. The support we've received from our lenders and vendors will help ensure that we can complete the sale process quickly and efficiently while remaining focused on our employees and guests. Okay, what do you mean? You're going to let go of a ton of people. Guests aren't going to be able to go to restaurants that are closed. So it's kind of like a nonsense statement. It's one of those statements when they say it, it's like, okay. Just say, look, listen, we in trouble, okay? And we're going to shut it down a little. We're going to try and regroup and see if we can reopen and get some good stores open and they're making some money. Close all the ones that aren't. Here's what we know about the closures, including where they're happening and why these restaurants are closing. So we got a bunch. They're just all over the place. Like, I'm not going to go through all these, but you can check this out and see all the different across all these different states. There's a bunch. There's 27 different states closing a bunch of stores, as I said. So who own Red Lobster restaurants? Thai Union Group, which is based in Thailand, has been the largest shareholder since 2020, owning 49% of the company. Darden Restaurants originally sold off Red Lobster to private equity firm Golden Gate Capital in 2014 for about $2.1 billion. So obviously they were doing pretty well back then, but probably COVID in 2020 really smashed them, as it did with everybody. Red Lobster suffered big losses with Ultimate Endless Shrimp promotion. So here's the one. Oops. In 2023, the seafood chain's Ultimate Endless Shrimp deal became more popular than expected, inadvertently becoming a key factor in an $11 million loss in the third quarter. Oops. The limited time promotional deal in which guests picked two types of shrimp to enjoy nonstop for $20 landed a permanent spot on Red Lobster menus in June. I don't even know how that is. I don't know. Like, if I buy shrimp up here in Canada, I can buy a little platter of shrimp and it's probably like $15 or something at the grocery store. I don't know how they're making money on this. So endless shrimp, I don't know. Anyway, they must be getting quite a big deal on it, I guess. But okay. So it said whatever. Thai Union Group said in November 2023 that the chain was headed toward a $20 million loss for 2023. Now the endless shrimp deal cost $25. So I guess that $5 was the difference. Well, maybe somebody must have done the math. Thai Union Group CFO Ludovic Regis Henry Garnier, holy shit, that's a mouthful, said in an earnings report call that the company was aware the initial price for the endless shrimp deal was cheap. The offer was intended to draw customers into restaurants, but orders exceeded expectations, he said. So they're basically trying to do a loss leader. A lot of companies do that where they know they're going to lose a bunch of money doing something, and they've kind of calculated the amount of money they're going to lose to draw business for people to buy the other, the other items that actually are going to make the money. In this case, nope. Greedy people just showed up for the endless shrimp. They're like, oh, would you like to upsize for this or buy this? No, just the endless shrimp, please, and keep it coming. We wanted to boost our traffic, and it didn't work, Garnier told investors in November 2023, according to Restaurant Business Magazine. We want to keep it on the menu, and of course, we need to be much more careful regarding what the entry points and what the price point we are offering on this promotion. So, yeah. Hopefully, if you're a fan of Red Lobster, hopefully they are not done. But I don't know. Anytime this kind of thing happens, I don't know. It's like, do they come back? Do they not? You close a bunch of stores. Either it becomes niche now and people go looking for them. They'll drive a little further to get to a restaurant, or they just forget about them and they close. I know something like that was happening with Boston Pizza up here in Canada. So I don't know what the deal with Boston Pizza is now, but it's probably gonna be the same thing for Red Lobster. It's kind of like the purge. It's a natural purge. It happens. Other restaurants will come in and fill the gaps.